Hi, it's Joe Hashey with another episode of Synergy's Accidentally Fit podcast. At Synergy, we help busy adults through personal workouts to renew their energy and feel great. And on the podcast, we like to tell those stories, answer some questions, and help provide some mindset shifts so anyone who's listening can get some health benefits. You're able to live a longer and healthier life. Now, recently, we did something called a health roadmap session, where members sat down with our head coach, Brian, and he talked to them about stress and sleep and working out and nutrition. And he helped create a roadmap with them for 6 weeks. Members did this thing we have called an InBody, which is a medical grade body composition analyzer, which is just kind of nerd speak for it. It tells you what your body weight is made of. Is it body fat? Is it lean muscle? Is it water weight? It breaks it down for us. And that mindset shift of breaking it down for us is what I want to talk about today. And maybe you don't have access to an InBody because they are about $11,000. But just having the mindset to take a moment and think about what a scale shows you at home compared to what we're seeing here with the InBody, I think taking this mindset on will be powerful, because if you were to step on a scale and it gives you a weight, you don't know what that weight is. You could put a gallon of water on the scale. It could be all water weight. You could put a bag of gold on the scale. You could put a bag of fat on the scale. Those all could weigh the same total amount. But at the end of the day, what determines your health is the composition of that weight. What's that weight actually made of? And we've had so many times, you can picture this. Let me bring this home with a little story for you. You can picture this. Someone steps on a scale. They see the weight the same that it was 4 weeks ago. They feel emotional about it. They feel like they didn't accomplish anything, and they fall off. That story is the story of a lot of us, where we step on a scale and we're like, not worth it. Didn't gain or lose anything. So today, if you're watching the video along with the podcast, I'm going to bring up a scan that's a very similar weight but very different composition of one of the members that did one recently. But if not, I'm going to talk you through it anyway. So I'm going to share my screen and I will bring it up, and we will talk through this body composition scan and get a little bit more of an understanding of what the heck that weight is. So this is what an InBody scan looks like, and I highlighted some. So this person's weight was 123.9 pounds. Her muscle mass was 48.5 pounds of muscle. So out of the 123, she had about 48 pounds of steel. Percent body fat was 29%. And the bottom number is a hydration measurement. So that's where she was on 12/23/19, so over a year ago. Now, last week she weighed in. Now, she had a tough time during lockdown. She had some stress eating, and she got up to 132 at one point. And then she started working it back off just recently. Her most recent scan was also 123 pounds. This is over a year later, where she's weighed in just about the same as the year prior. However, instead of 48 pounds of muscle, it's 52 pounds of lean muscle. She added 4 pounds of lean muscle. Her percent body fat dropped significantly from the high end of the healthy range, slightly above the healthy range at 29. Now she's 23.4% body fat. So she started working out. She didn't look at the scale. She knew that the results were coming. She went by the fit test, which is something you can do at home if you don't have an InBody. Just are my clothes a little bit looser. Regardless of what the scale tells you of total weight, you can be making a ton of progress. The first 123 scan, she was on the unhealthy side. The second 123 scan, she was much more in the healthy range, incredibly fit, doing pull-ups now and push-ups, which she could have never done at the previous same body weight, just a different composition. So here's what I want to go with this podcast today. Are you the type of person that will drink a cup of water, step on a scale, and think, oh no, I just gained about half a pound. I must be less healthy. No, you're actually just better hydrated. When you start obsessing over the scale number, it's going to affect your results. So if you are a scale obsessive person, here's my recommendation. You take yourself for 6 weeks. You do some resistance training to stimulate lean muscle growth, not just cardiovascular training. You support that with some cardiovascular training. You have a veggie with each meal. You take the unhealthy foods that you're eating, and you eat the same quantities, but just replacing them with healthier versions. So you're replacing before you try any restriction. And that's an important one. So now you're doing some resistance training for lean muscle, which helps increase your metabolism over the long run, helps stimulate bone growth as well. As we get older, you need resistance training in your program, not just doing things with your own body weight, because without external force, you won't stimulate muscle growth and bone growth. You got to have them. Eat some more veggies instead of cutting back. Simply flip what you're eating to feeling full, just making better choices. Try that for 6 weeks without looking at the scale. See how your clothes are fitting. You can do a waistline measurement, would be a good one at home. But give yourself a reprieve. Give yourself some grace. I believe it was Teresa from Endwell Family Physicians that said one of her 3 suggestions for the listeners of the podcast was give yourself some grace. Give yourself some grace. Push that scale away. Give yourself some leeway. If you fall off, just get right back on. You're always one day away from getting back on track. Don't let a number throw off what you know inside is progress. So if that is holding you back, put it away for 6 weeks. Try out that plan. Start moving forward on your progress, and don't let anything slow you down. So there's the issue, there's some possible solutions, and there's another episode of Synergy's Accidentally Fit podcast. If you'd like one of our staff members to help you out, just visit us at synergyfitnessteam.com, and we'll put a link around this podcast where we'll hook you up with a free workout. You come in, we'll guide you right through your own workout based on your personal goals and your fitness level. It's not a group class where you do all the same things. And we'll give you some tips and tricks. And if you aren't able to continue long term, that's cool. All you do is come in, learn a little bit, let us help you get on the healthy track. Let us provide some value to you. We love helping out our community. So please visit us at synergyfitnessteam.com, and I'll see you on the next episode.